20th movie for your date night? No worries, because today we got your back. We will present to you some of the best romantic movies of all time. But before we get started, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And thank you for watching. Number 20, A Walk in the Clouds. If you want to watch a simple love story with a touch of drama, we recommend you watch A Walk in the Clouds. In this romance drama movie, Keanu Reeves plays a soldier of World War II. He meets a pregnant woman and agrees to act as her husband to save her honor. Whilst the story may not seem like a unique one, it certainly is a charming one. This was a commercially successful one, earning twice its budget. Number 19, Mountain Between Us. Our next entry, Mountain Between Us, isn't your typical meet and fall in love story.
Congratulations.
No, we're not.
We just met.
It depicts two passengers getting estranged in a mountain after their plane crashes. While they have to survive together in the snow-covered mountain, their feelings for each other keeps growing as well. Kate Winslet and Idris Elba delivered an engaging performance. You get to enjoy the adventure with a touch of romance. Many of this movie was shot in the very cold weather in Canada. Number 18, Pretty Woman. Edward hires an escort, Vivian, to accompany him for a few occasions. What started as a simple encounter turns into a complicated one as he starts to fall for Vivian. It was the third highest grossing movie in the 1990s, selling the highest number of tickets for a romantic comedy. While Richard Gere and Julia Roberts' acting was praised, this movie established Roberts as the Hollywood star. Hats off to her for taking on this role. Number 17, Dirty Dancing. Want to watch some summer loves with moves and grooves? Dirty Dancing has it all. When Frances was enjoying a family vacation at a Catskill resort, she meets a charismatic dance instructor, Johnny Castle, who introduces her to a new world of dancing. To add more to the appeal, this movie has some of the most beautiful and iconic dance scenes of all time. Breathtaking music is another strong point of this movie, for which it won an Oscar for the Best Original Song. This was also the first film to sell over 1 million of home video copies that year. Number 16, Shakespeare in Love. Have you ever wondered where Shakespeare gets the inspirations for writing Romeo and Juliet? Through fictional and Shakespeare in Love, we get to see the romantic side of Shakespeare and how he falls in love. This rom-com movie had a stellar cast of Gwyneth Paltrow, Joseph Fiennes, Judi Dench, Colin Firth, and many more. But what makes it more appealing is this fantastic screenplay. It has the perfect blending of historic figures and references from different Shakespeare plays. Besides many accolades, it was widely praised by the critics and the audience. Winner of 7 Academy Awards that year, it was also the first comedy movie to receive an Oscar for the Best Picture category. Number 15, Notting Hill. In Notting Hill, one day as a female actress, Anna Scott walks into a bookshop where she meets the owner, William. However, their chance encounter turns out to be an unforgettable one, changing their lives forever. Besides several accolades and awards, this was the highest grossing British movie of 1999 as well. Moreover, the soundtrack from this movie was just outstanding. This is the perfect combination of drama and comedy, without one overwhelming each other in the process. You get romance, comedy, and drama, all together served on one silver platter.
I'm also just a girl, standing in front of a boy, asking him to love her.
The terrific casting of Julia Roberts and Hugh Grant is another key ingredient for this movie's wide success. Number 14, Love, Rosie. The next entry is Love, Rosie, which tells us about two childhood friends and their journey throughout. What happens when two best friends cannot accept the fact that they're each other's soulmates? Before understanding what their actual feelings are, Rosie and Alex have to go through a different route to find each other once again. This movie is kind of predictable from the start, but you get engrossed with the bright visuals and emotional performances. Sam Claflin and Lily Collins made a good pair in this one. While the movie got mixed reviews and wasn't very successful commercially, you will enjoy the storytelling and the acting of the leads. Number 13, Before You. This movie of 2016 tells us about Lou and Will, two people who meet each other under a unique circumstance. While the story is pretty heart-wrenching, this drama movie will keep you glued to the screen throughout its runtime. Emilia Clarke and Sam Claflin as the main leads were pretty convincing, and their chemistry was rock solid. Aside from the good acting and emotional scenes, several historical places were also used to shoot this movie, but keep yourself ready with some tissues, please, because you will need them for sure. Number 12, A Walk to Remember. A Walk to Remember is another classic tale of a heart-wrenching love story, which has an evergreen appeal to date.
Okay. One condition though, Carter.
What's that?
You have to promise you won't fall in love with me.
That's not a problem.
This one is also adapted from a popular novel by Nicholas Sparks, telling us about how the bad boy London falls in love with the simple girl, Jimmy. But as unfortunate as they can be, Jimmy only has a few months to live. Surprisingly, this movie only took 39 days to shoot and complete. As for the emotional acting, Mandy Moore and Shane Weiss did a great job as the leads. Number 11, Breakfast at Tiffany's. Well, who can forget about the iconic role of Holly, played by Audrey Hepburn in this movie? Hepburn nailed the role as a beautiful socialite who meets a struggling actor and falls in love. Her iconic fashion style and accessories are still considered one of the best of the film history. It won 2 Oscars for Best Screenplay and Best Original Score that year. Did you know that the role of Holly was written keeping Marilyn in mind? However, she didn't agree to play it and Audrey Hepburn was cast instead. Number 10, When Harry Met Sally. If you want to watch a lighthearted romantic movie with a comedy touch, this is what you should watch. This is about Harry and Sally, and their several unintentional encounters over a span of time. And will they become just friends, or can they become more than just friends? The chemistry between Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal is a treat for your eyes, with several punchlines and famous scenes. This movie is considered one of the 100 funniest movies in American cinema history as well. Number 9, Sense and Sensibility. When their father died, 3 sisters had to deal with poverty along with heartaches. The casting includes Emma Thompson, Kate Winslet, Hugh Grant, Alan Rickman. Emma Thompson was also the screenplay writer for this movie, and she won Academy Awards for both Best Screenplay category, from music to costume designs. Everything was top-notch and portrayed the 18th century perfectly. No wonder this movie is known to be the best adaptation of Austen's story.
Having sex with everybody in the office.
Everybody?
I was very depressed after Tommy died.
We don't have to talk about it.
Thanks.
Number 8, Silver Linings Playbook. Silver Linings Playbook is the story of Pat and Tiffany, both of whom are suffering from mental health issues from their respective marital life. With an interesting storyline, this rom-com has a stellar cast of Bradley Cooper, Jennifer Lawrence, Robert De Niro, Chris Tucker, and Julia Stiles, and all of them did a phenomenal job. However, the best part of this rom-com was the family bonding and how everyone supported Pat to the end. It won several awards and nominations, with Jennifer Lawrence winning the Academy Award for Best Actress. She is the second youngest actress to achieve that. Following this film, more movies were released featuring bipolar disorder and the struggle that comes with it. Number 7, Fault in Our Stars. When 2 terminally ill people meet each other, they pull each other from their personal purgatory while falling in love with each other. While Fault in Our Stars is not your happily ever after kind of movie, it will give you some hope regardless of the ending. The movie is fun and sad at the same time. Shailene Woodley and Ernest Egord have portrayed their character of Hazel and Gus so beautifully that it will stay in your mind for a long time. Number 6, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. What if we erase our memories of someone? Will we ever truly be able to get that person out of our mind and heart completely? Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is the bizarre yet wonderful movie, closely following this storyline, but on a deeper level. Starring Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet as the leads. You were bound to get confused and mesmerized by this sci-fi romance movie. Since 2004, it has been regarded as one of the best movies of the early 21st century. Number 5, Atonement. What we see doesn't always necessarily mean is the truth. Sometimes your eyes can play games with even your minds. When Brioni blames her sister's lover Robbie for a crime that he didn't commit, all of them have to face the cruel consequences for the rest of their life. This movie is the perfect example of how rash judgment can ruin someone's life. With various nominations, it won an Oscar for Best Original Score, crafted with strong performances and brilliant cinematography. You are definitely going to like this masterpiece. Number 4, Pride and Prejudice. Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice is one of the most loved classical literatures of history. To make that equally good on-screen can be stressful for obvious reasons, which the 2005 movie adaptation managed to achieve pretty well. This movie tells us about 5 Bennet sisters from the 18th century, their family, and their love life. While they follow certain etiquette to blend with society, one of the Bennet sisters is rebellious and wants to live her life on her own terms. Starring Keira Knightley and Matthew Macfadyen as the lead, this movie gave a new outlook to heritage films through its aesthetic views and drama costumes. Number 3, The Notebook. This is the story of Allie and Noah, 2 star-crossed lovers who fall in love just to get separated by cruel fate, based on the famous novel by Nicholas Sparks. This movie has Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams as the main leads. While the leads' chemistry is off the charts, they actually didn't like each other at the beginning. However, they worked that out and delivered a quality performance, earning Gosling widespread recognition for his terrific acting skills. This cult classic movie is famous for its portrayal of emotional scenes. Number 2, Casablanca. If you were up for a classic Hollywood romance movie, this is your cue. Casablanca, being the oldest movie on the list, also marked as having the most iconic couple of all time. This movie was based on World War II, where Rick, a nightclub owner, agrees to help his ex-lover Lisa and her husband escape from the Nazis. This timeless movie is the true depiction of the classic Hollywood-style movie for its unique narrative structure, lighting, camera work, and editing. Along with several accolades, it won 3 Academy Awards, including the Best Picture that year. Number 1. Nominated for 14 Academy Awards. It bagged 11 of them, making it the only movie for winning most Oscars. Released in 1997, Titanic earned 10 times more than its $200 million budget. Thank you all for watching, and please, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click that bell icon to always stay updated. Until next time.